All right, here we go. I'm excited to bring you guys this match. This is the custom game. I am playing a 3v3 with Holy P Tenders, Mr. Tenders, and Shiesty Swag. Coley as the French, and Shiesty as the Mongols. These guys are actually, you'll see them a lot on this channel. These guys are actually my little brothers. And I love to play games with these guys because growing up as kids playing Age of Empires 2 and Age of Empires 3, I would be the one playing, and I'm the eldest brother. There's only 3 of us. There's 3 sons in our family. And I hogged the computer. And these guys, they got everything, they would only play whenever I wouldn't play, which was not very often. So now that we're all adults, these guys are taking full advantage of the fact that they've got their own computers, they've got their own systems, and they're playing as much as they can with their big brother, and that's me. Okay, let's get into this game here. English, French, and Mongols. I'm an English main, that's all I ever play. Mr. Tenders over here, he's a French main, that's what he mostly plays. And we've got Shiesty here in the south, and he plays all sorts of civilizations except for Mongols. He has yet to really explore the wild and fascinating world of the Mongolian culture, and he's going to be fully immersed in that today for the very first time. This is his first game playing as the Mongols, so forgive him. Forgive him if he makes a mistake or 3, because this is his first time playing as the Mongols. And we are on Ancient Spires, and we are playing against 3 other players here who are perfect mirrors to us. I said we were the English, the French, and the Mongols. We also have English, French, and Mongols that we're facing up against. English, French down to the south, and we've got the Mongols to the north. And this is Ancient Spires. And Ancient Spires here, look at this spawn. This spawn has spawned, this map has spawned with a big choke point in the middle here. And to the north, we've got a tiny choke point here as well. So this game has given us 2 passageways, and I don't think that this, I'm not sure, but can you cross here? Can one cross from this side to that side? I'm not sure. I tend to think that yes, you can. Let's see if there's any spots here. I'm not sure about this one. This one looks, the crossing here, yes, this is shallow, but it doesn't look as light as, say, this. So I'm not sure. Let's see if, I'm going to be looking out for this to see if somebody actually makes this attempt to cross. So for sure we have 2 land crossings here in this game. We're going for a standard development. There's the English, we're moving up with the council hall. And now, I'm mostly playing 1v1 games. That's actually my highest win rate. Actually, you know what? I play a whole bunch of different games. 1v1, 2v2, 3v3, 4v4. Custom games, 3v5, hardest AI. I'll play all of that. But lately, and I've gotten a lot better in the last maybe, I don't know, the last month and a half or so, I've gotten a lot better. And I've mostly been playing 1v1s, and I'm doing really well with those right now. Ending games within the first 20 minutes as the English, ending games in the feudal age, because that's kind of what you have to do as the English. Try to force the issue early on, take advantage of the fact that this council hall acts as two archery ranges, and get up to your opponent's base and deny him all his resources, and end the game with a final ramp push, that sort of thing, okay? You know, regular English stuff. But because in team games the map is bigger, and because in team games it's so easy for you to come to the aid of your friend, of your ally who's getting attacked, it makes early aggression as the English a lot tougher unless your opponents are capable or willing to do the same thing too. Right? So many team games have I played where I'm doing all of the pushing early on, but I've got some allies that are just sitting back and playing passive, and they're booming 2 or 3 town centers. They're going 30 minutes into the game without making a single military unit, and they've got 2 or 3 layers of walls. Okay, and here I am trying to knock out an opponent who is being helped out by 2 other opponents, and I've got no help of my own on the attack. So it makes it a lot harder for the English player to do what he wants to do. Plus these distances in 3v3 maps and 4v4 maps, the distance between one side of the map to the other is just so large, it's hard to rally your troops and get your reinforcements in the game if you're using your council hall to get troops from one corner of the map to the other. So that makes it hard. You've got to change the game plan. You've got to play a little bit less, maybe I should say less ideally. Okay, what's going on here? Let's get back to the gameplay now. I've got 2 forward villagers who I sent back. I wonder why. Maybe I saw something concerning. Let's check up on the other side here. What's going on the other side? The other side, we have one of them that's stealing a sheep from our base. How do you like that? Right from under my nose. I have mining some stone over here. I couldn't capture that. That sucks. That's a small little loss there. Okay, so we have 9 military units for the Mongols. Where are they? Archers. Oh, did you see that? He is doing double time, double production. This Ubu is cranking out all kinds of stone, and that's how he's able to mass all of these forces in the early feudal age. And now he spots out all of my longbows. What's he going to do in response? He rallies his archers to the front to contest the middle. Smart. What about the English player? Has the English player... Yes, the English player... This is not good for me. I don't have very many. Yeah, I've got 11. I've got 11 bows. Longbows. Oh, and he picks me off in the stealth forest. There's one longbow down. I'm gonna lose all these longbows, and I'm not gonna kill a single one. This is a terrible trade. I just lost 4 longbows, and I got nothing in compensation. I've got nothing in return. Very, very, very bad. See, that was my whole advanced force. They can see that I'm building here. I don't think they've spotted it out. I'm building a tower. That's me. I'm trying to be aggressive. I'm building a tower. I've already built a barracks over here. I have had some longbows trickle in over here, but the majority of my force got stopped in that stealth forest. How horrible. So things are not looking up here for GrandPatza's team. Not at all. We've gone for some early aggression just to get slapped back on a 1v2 situation. You see how I'm trickling in? I'm trickling these longbows, and they're about to get intercepted by by the archers of 2 different enemies. Not good. Each and every one of these longbows that I'm sending to the front are just wasted materials. Wasted materials and wasted time. And now we've got some French Royal Knights. We managed to take one out. These things are very expensive. He must have ran right into my spears. Very, very expensive. How much food and gold did they take? 140 to 100, I believe? Something like that. Something massive like that. Alright. We've got Mr. Tenders coming in with a whole boatload of villagers to try to contest the middle here, wall it off so that these invading Age 2 troops cannot get in without ramps. Look at this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. He's coming to take us out. He's coming to take my little forward base out. We've been discovered. Big bad knight here. Oh, that was a one-shot. Absolutely just trample damaged me to death there. Horrible. Not looking good. This fight is not looking good. Let me put this away so we can see more of this map. How about that? Oof. Nice effort. It was a nice effort. We tried to lay down those foundations to prevent our opponents from pushing in. Let's see what's going on here. They're able to get around. They're able to consolidate in the middle. And guess what? We have the opposing English force coming through. How many longbows is this? 8 longbows, 10 longbows, 17 longbowmen. 17 longbowmen coming in with a ram push. But what they don't see is that Mr. Shiesty over here has got to force a horseman in this stealth forest that can't be seen by our opponents. He can't see them. What about Shiesty here? Shiesty can see them. Look at this. This is so smart. This is so sneaky. My brother Shiesty here, he is a sneaky guy. You know what? And if you were to ask him what house he would be sorted in at Hogwarts, he would proudly say that he would definitely be sorted into Slytherin. 100%, and that is totally a Slytherin move. Yeah, putting in your horsemen to come right here in the stealth forest and do this sick ambush move against all of the opponent's longbows. Remember, there's 17 longbows, right? 17 longbowmen, only one horseman has gone down. 17 to 1. That's a fantastic trade. Way to go, Shiesty. That's what I'm talking about. 17 to 1. Oh, maybe these guys sat back. Maybe these guys didn't come in to join that fight over there. It was very fortunate on their part to stand back here so that they can pick off, fire over the walls, and take out the Mr. Tenders' villagers here trying to put down this wall really quick. And guess what? He actually succeeded in doing so. So that was a mini victory. It did cost a lot. It has costed Coley P. Tenders here massive development. Look at the score count. His score count is quite low compared to everybody else, and that's because he's been sacrificing his economy to keep us safe over here. What a team player. Coley P. Tenders, what a team player. Taking it upon himself to sacrifice some late game economic boom for emergency survival in the short term, and that was emergency survival, to try to stop this overwhelming force from breaking into our half over here and just bulldozing us. So this is actually getting really concerning, because we have purple French knights, we have light blue. What is this? Is that teal? I don't know what color that is. Let's call it light blue. We've got light blue archers here from the Mongols and Rams as well, and we've got a smattering of green longbowmen as well. So those are our forces arrayed against us. And what do we have on our side? Basically just 12 horsemen. 12 horsemen from Shiesty Swag, from Slytherin. That's all we've got. What about me? Am I just being a really bad teammate? I'm in the corner. I'm furthest away from all the action. What am I doing? What am I up to? I'm not even sure right now. Archery ranges. I'm building archery ranges here in the corner. Whereas, look at this. This is unbelievable. I guess I do have some longbows over here, but I didn't want to bring them forward because there were too many forces against me, and there were French Royal Knights who were horrible against my longbows, or very good against my longbows. Wow. We've got 8 villagers, 12 villagers or so, putting down emergency walls. Are we facing a push? We are facing. Oh no, we're not facing a push. They've opened up the walls. They are breaking every single one of our. Oh, here we go. Oh, that is my scout. That's my scout, and I just hand delivered. My scout died, and I just hand delivered. Oh, that really sucks. That was me. Why couldn't this wall have been put up? I wouldn't have been able to pass directly under archer fire and hand delivered these 3 sheep to my opponent. So, okay, here, this is Mr. Tenders. This is Mr. Tenders' scout with 5 sheep, and it looks like he would have wanted to go across this, but it seems to me that he can't. I don't think it's possible. I think this is not passable. Even though this area is much more shallower than, say, this area, I don't think one can pass here. And by extension, one might not be able to pass here either. Interesting. Okay. So we're 16 minutes into this game, and the situation is as follows. I've got 12 military. Shiesty's got 13, that makes 25. And Mr. Tenders has got 1. That's 26 military units on our side. What about our opponents? So I said 26, right? One of our opponents has 23 alone. Green's got 24. 14. So 26 units to somewhere along the line. Oh, it's more than double. It's way more than double. Yeah, we'd be steamrolled if they decided to push soon. They've got Rams on their side. What's going on? We have one opponent. The Mongol player is already in age 3. Does he have any siege coming? Let's see if he's got any siege in the works. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. Looks like they're looking to build for some kind of final end game push. There's a raid happening here. Looks like we see them putting up the stone walls, and Shiesty comes in to try to deny that. Very, very smart. Although it did cost us a horseman. 1 villager to 1 horseman. I don't know if that's a very good trade, but it does delay the closure of this central gap here that we need to be fighting for. And here we go. Look at Mr. Tenders here. Mr. Tenders, look at how reliable this guy is. When it comes to taking advantage, not taking advantage of prioritizing space in the face of imminent danger, this guy knows what he's doing. He knows how to close down, he knows how to prioritize what he needs to do in order to keep this game going, to try to salvage any chance of victory here on our end. And you can see that his score is a lot lower than everybody else, but that's because he's focusing on trying to keep us alive. Remember, we have a Mongol player. This Mongol player cannot build walls. I can build walls. I'm the English player. I can build walls myself, but it looks like I'm trying another strategy. So I can't be walling up very much right now because I need to focus on, and you can see how my macros are here. 29 villagers are on food right now. So we're trying to build up our military force, but our military force is being made of nothing but scouts. We are going for the classic landmark snipe. We're at half population right now, 101. We're gonna have to make another 99 scouts and try to take these guys out. That is the plan. And that's been already communicated with my teammates, with my brothers over here. And that's why Cole is frantically trying to close up these spaces to not allow these guys to come in and end the game. So basically, we know that we're down on development. We know that we're down on military big time. We know that we do not control space. And we know that, and so you see, when it comes to victory over here, there's not a lot that you can do unless these guys make some kind of mistake or they get really passive, allowing us to boom. So something has to happen very soon in order for this game to be salvaged on our end. Something very drastic. Now you can see on my part over here, I've got a whole bunch of scouts that are massive. And I've got another 65. I've got 65 more horsemen to go. You can see that every single, not even horsemen, these are just scouts. How much do scouts cost now? This is the new patch, so scouts cost 20 food now. Sorry, 70 food instead of 60. They were worth 60 before. So I'm looking to mass these as much as possible because my economy is not that great. I've only got 55 villagers at this time. But instead of having a second town center and trying to boom off over here, this is an emergency. I need to try to knock out a player as soon as possible over here. I can't wait to get into age 4. So here's the points over here. You can see the tenders over here. Mr. Tenders at 1900 points, and we've got each and every single one of our opponents is in age 3. And only Shiesty, as soon as I say that, our Mongol player has aged up to the 4th age. And he can now upgrade his military units to elite. This is a veteran. He can take it to elite very soon. He's bringing out siege weapons now, and he can also bring out bombards if he wanted to. This is not good. You can tell here that they are massing for a final push into our base, and they can taste blood in the water, like sharks circling their prey, wounded prey. They can tell that 2 out of 3 of their opponents are still stuck in the 2nd age. And they can tell this is just a simple horseman. It's not been upgraded at all. This is just they can click on this unit and see that his horseman, you know, it's not at all upgraded. Oh, and we have spears. We have an army of spears coming up against Shiesty's horsemen, who are not focusing. He's not concentrating, and they're all gonna go down trying to siege this little palisade wall, and he loses it all. Shiesty swag, 1 military unit, just the solitary con. There goes his army. It's all gone. But you see, now Mr. Tenders has now managed to bring out a small military force. 21 units. These are horsemen. These are not upgraded. What's going on here? We have Mr. Tenders. Mr. Tenders hand delivering 5 sheep to our opponents. He got stuck on the wrong side. He got stuck on the wrong side of the wall with all of his sheep. Could not bring them back to his base. But he probably, if he wanted to, he probably could have brought them back here and brought them to safety. But take a look at this. Take a look. We are at 200 population. 200 population. Look what I'm doing. I've got this scout. You know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for his landmarks. I've spotted one here. 1 landmark. We know that this opponent is in age 4. We know that this opponent is furthest from the front. We can see him here with an army. We have seen 1 landmark, 2 landmarks, a 3rd landmark. See how I circle back as soon as I've seen this? Where the heck is that 4th landmark? Looking for it. Uh-oh! Uh-oh! When I see this thing moving, the step redoubt landmark, I'm getting concerned. I'm thinking that he's seen me, and he's moving, and this has happened to me before. He's seen me, and he's seen he knows what's coming, and he's bringing his landmarks to safety. That's what I'm thinking. I'm looking for his landmarks. I know that one is on the move. Now, where is the fourth landmark? See, I've brought my force here. He can't see. He cannot see me. I don't believe he can. Let's have a look at his perspective only. Oh, they're making a push. All of their attention is on this big push. And here, I think my brothers are telling me to attack now because they know that we're getting our asses invaded. Oh, come on, can we quick wall? Can we close them up? Yes, we do. Cole with the clutch. Coley P. Tenders with the absolutely clutch walls. Oh, actually, you know what? He hasn't completed them. There is a gap. Oh, the enemy has come through, but guess what? We are attacking from the side. We are now in sight. We are attacking the landmarks. What's going on? Does he see it? Does he see it? No, he doesn't. He doesn't. The Mongol player does not see it. But what is Purple doing? Purple sees it. Purple is seeing this attack unfolding, and he is now coming to the. Oh, he's trying to walk away with his landmarks. There are two landmarks that are on the run. Can we snipe them? Can we snipe the age 4 guy? Can we snipe him? Does he have any army? Yes, he has Royal Knights that are coming. His ally, the Mongols' ally. Oh, we have just surrounded. We have surrounded one of the landmarks. There's only this landmark and this landmark that are still up and running. If we can take this out, we win. We eliminate the top player on their team. This is it. This is the last one. The French player. Oh! Eliminated. He's done. He's gone from the game. This was a sick landmark snipe. I love to see it. We were so behind, and we used the worst military unit in the game to stop this invasion. Now, what's the situation here? You can see. Oh, look at all the siege units that are now just sitting there doing nothing. You can tell. Look at how these spearmen are facing. Oh, he saw it too late. He saw it way too late. And he tried to come back to fight it off, but he couldn't. Look at this huge, ungodly mass of scouts just coming forward. Just to mess you up. It is now a 3v2 in our favor, but here's the thing though. Here's the thing. I mean, even though it's 3v2, you know, I'm not in the second age. I mean, Tenders here is still in the second age. I'm in the third age. Everybody else in the fourth age is in Imperial age. I managed to knock out, and I'm trying to go for a follow-up snipe here. It doesn't look good because of these mangonels. Absolutely gross. But I'm happy. I mean, I'm very, very pleased that we knocked out the strongest player on their team. Now we have a real fighting chance. In fact, maybe we're the favorites now. Even though basically, you know, I'm weak because I've been doing nothing but massing scouts. Tenders here is weak because he's been doing nothing but trying to defend against this invasion that's now on the doorstep of Shiesty here. Oh yeah. So what's going on? Oh, look at these forces. You know what? If our opponents had tried to go and grab these relics, he could just convert all of these troops and add them to one of their armies, you know? That would have been the smart thing to do. So now let's see what's going on. They've lost a player, but they're not giving up because they know that they have an economic and military advantage, and they know that they have the lead in development too. You can see that they're, you know, the two remaining opponents are in Imperial Age. Whereas we only have one person in Imperial Age on our side, and then we have 2 players in the second and third ages. So we're, in terms of development, we're very backward right now. And here we go. The English player decides to go right into Shiesty's base, right into the middle of Shiesty's base. Guess what's going on here? Shiesty has got some forces to deal with these longbows, and these longbows are not going to be very, very... Oh, that was not a good engagement with them. Absolutely not. So looks like maybe they're demoralized, maybe they're completely shocked as to what just happened to them right now. You can see that this scout is trying to figure out what the heck happened. How did our opponents walk into our base here? I think he tried to get across here and he saw that perhaps he couldn't. Let's see what this scout is trying. The scout is trying to learn some information, and now he discovers that we came through here. And what does the scout see? He sees that I was trying to push. He knows that something is about to happen. So how does he deal with it? He's putting up defensive keeps. All right. So he's got his attention away from the central pass. And he's trying to deal with what he thinks is going to happen to the north over here. And look what happens. We know that there's a scout here who is trying to keep an eye on developments here. The Royal Knights are now pulling back. They know that we have come through the side door. And look what they're trying to do. They are trying to protect against an imminent invasion. And look at this. Look at this emergency walling. They know what the game plan is. They know what the game plan is. They've got these villagers going to the corner. What are these villagers up to? What are these villagers going to do? They're down over here. What are they doing? What's their job? I don't know. I haven't watched this game from their perspective. This is new for me. Let's see what's going on. Can we take a look at the full map? Let's take a look at the full map and see what's going on. So we got traders here. Here's the gold that's coming through. Look at all the wood that Shiesty's got. Shiesty's got all the wood, and you can see the dead player. Look at the dead player with all of his resources. He's got the top resources for food and gold, but he can't deploy them. Uh-oh! What's going on over here? We've got a push that can't be seen by our opponents. Are you seeing this? They're trying to wall here, but we are in the darkness. They can't see us come. There is nothing along the back edge here of the map. We can't be seen. Hold on, let's see what's going on over here. No, we can't. We cannot. Can we still? Are we still invisible? We are still completely in the dark. Are you seeing this? They tried to wall this off smartly, but they didn't think that there was... Oh no, their scouts are not doing their job. Look at this. We are now putting our scouts all the way in the back line. I'm probably expecting to have been seen by now. Look at this. The Royal Knights are to the north here. This keep is to the north of their base. It's not doing anything. Zero. It's doing nothing. The Royal Knights are here. They're actually heading north, and I'm heading right to their base. Now let's see if I decide to go and attack green or if I decide to attack purple. Purple is the one with all the Royal Knights. Look at these villagers. They're still doing nothing. Maybe they're just there to provide line of sight. These Royal Knights... Oh, and here I make an appearance right in the middle of this guy's base. Let's take it to cinematic mode. Let's take it to cinematic mode. We're taking out one of his landmarks. We spot one. Remember, our opponent has got these Royal Knights way off into this corner, very far away from his base that's being attacked. That is 1 out of 4 landmarks that are down. We have seen another landmark. How many? We have 32? 132? I don't know how many scouts we have. It's just a ton of scouts. Yeah, 112 scouts at this time. We've taken out 2 landmarks. 2 of them. This is the third. This is the fourth. We see all of them. That is 4. We're going for the 4th landmark. Uh-oh, we have some scouts that are stuck here. Look at that surround. We're surrounding them all. His Royal Knights are still here off to the corner. There's a little bit of a push here by green. Oh, and these spears come too little too late. And look, he eliminated. We just sniped the second opponent. That's 2 opponents now that we've completely sniped. We stayed in the dark. Harbinger of death. In the darkness. Come and take you in your sleep. You better watch out. And you better have better line of sight. And these villagers are now These villagers now discovered that they left this part open. And now we have an army of 58 remaining scouts. It is now a 3v1 situation. This is not good. As you can see, there's only a couple seconds left in this game. There is a tap out about to take place over here, which is very understandable. I mean, I still have some of an army happening over here. I've got another several dozen scouts. I'm back at 200 population. Green has so many idle villagers. He's just completely demoralized and can't believe what just happened to him in his team. 3 players in Imperial Age against a player in H2 still and a player in H3. I love landmarks. That's nice. And you've got to do it. You've got to do it. Can you imagine going up against these 3 to contest the middle with H2 and H3 troops? Absolutely not possible. And that's the tap out. We take the victory. That was one of the funnest games, probably the funnest game I've ever had, because from such terrible odds, we come back to win. Great game. I'm glad to share it with you guys, and we will see you on the next one.